I have recorded my narrative and I made the cuts taking out the silence. Now I'm ready to add some sound effects. I'd like for this all to be bigger so I can see better where I need to put it. So I'm going to go up here to the upper right hand corner. I'm going to click on the magnifying glass and zoom in a little bit. So I think probably about like that. So now I feel like I can tell pretty well where to put the sound effects. I'm going to come over here and push play and listen and try to memorize the shape of where I want to put the sound effect. Sound effect we're going to insert right now is the dog barking. I'll push play and listen and see if I can find where it is. There once was a normal family quite like your own. 2 parents, some children, and a dog with her bone. Okay, so it looks like right here is where I could insert the dog with her bone. So I'm going to come up to File. I'm going to choose Import Audio, and I put it in the Digital Media Production file, so it should be down here. Scroll down. There we go. Jace dog barking. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to say yes, do make a copy of it. And I inserted it here on another track at the beginning. I need to stretch it back out so that I can see. I'm going to listen again. There'll be the dog barking at the very beginning because that's where that track is right now, but I'm watching for where to insert it. There once was a normal family quite like your own. 2 parents, some children, and a dog with her bone. Okay, so right here is where I want it, right under the 5 in this little valley. So I'm going to copy the dog barking. Edit. Copy. I'm going to click outside it. I'm going to come up here under the 5, click right there, and I'm going to edit, paste, and I inserted it in there. Now I see that the dog barking clip is actually, well, it looks like a good 5 seconds long. That's more dog barking than we need. So I'm going to shorten that here in a second. But first I'm going to get rid of this bottom track. I'm going to delete this bottom track because I don't need it now. So just like in Word, you close out of it by clicking the X and it's gone. Now if I decided I actually wanted that back, I can undo it right away. Edit, undo track, remove. And there it is again. But I really do want it gone. So I'm going to click on the X. Now I'm going to go back to the beginning of my audiobook. I'm going to listen and try to figure out how much dog barking I want. My guess is about ½ a second. There once was a normal family quite like your own. 2 parents, some children, and a dog with her bone. Except, yeah, that's too much dog barking. It's a distraction from the story. So we'll cut it and make it shorter. I think about 2 barks is enough. There's a bark and there's a bark. So I'm going to come over here, click, and I'll highlight over to about 2 barks. And then I'm going to cut it with my scissors. And there we go. Go back to the beginning and listen again. There once was a normal family quite like your own. 2 parents, some children, and a dog with her bone. Except, okay, now I've got more silence in there than I like now before the bark. So I'm going to edit that out. And I can see the silence really well because I've zoomed in so far. And we don't need to go back to the beginning all the time to listen. I can click parents, some children, and a dog with her bone. Except, well, I lied. This family was... I like how that is. So I'm going to save my project, so with that edit in there, and move on to the next sound effect that I want to implement.